let's talk about some advanced mobility activities. We have the dynamic stability training warm-up, which is the 10 standing movement activities that we already went through. But if you need more range of motion in your hips and knees and low back, I have a few more activities and a few more stretches to work on. It involves having a pad for your knee. It can be a folded beach towel, it can be one of these pads, it can be a yoga mat. Just don't have your knee on a hard surface, that's not good for the knee. I'm going to come down on one knee. I have this ball basically for just for balance if I need it. I'm going to start in this position and I'm going to get a good stretch on my hip flexor on this side. You keep my upper body upright. I'm going to lean in, I'm going to get a good stretch on this knee and this ankle in front here. And I'm going to move back and forth, nice and slow, getting a good stretch. Now I can add to that and make it a hamstring stretch as well. So I can go back and forth from a hip flexor stretch here to a hamstring stretch here. Hip flexor stretch here, hamstring stretch here. I like doing this, it's more efficient. I get both hip flexor and hamstring and low back stretched out. That's number one. I'll do that from the front. So I'm up nice and tall. I've got this foot out a little distance so I have some balance. I have a base. I'm going to stretch forwards. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to reach for that toe and pull down. I'll feel a good stretch in my hamstring. My knee's slightly bent, that's fine. I'm still getting a stretch in the hamstring. If you want more hamstring, bring the foot further out. So that's more hamstring, hip flexor. More hamstring, hip flexor. You can hold these for 3 to 5 seconds. You can hold them as long as 15 seconds if you want to just focus on that stretch. But you don't really need to hold it much longer than that. So that's number one, hip flexor, hamstring. Number two, I'll show you in this position, is that I'm going to cross this leg in front of that leg, which is going to make me unstable. So I've got this ball to hold on to, or a stool or a couch or a chair. Now I'm going to reach up and over, side bend, and I'm going to get a good stretch on my IT band and my lateral trunk. So I'm going to get in this position and hold that one, come back out, let my hip go to the side, and that's number two. I'll do that one from this side. Cross my foot in front of the midline, and then lift up and over and feel that stretch all the way from my shoulder, my trunk, my hip, IT band, all the way down to my knee. Great stretch. Number three is for the groin. So, from the same position where we were doing the hip flexor stretch, I'm going to go out at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to turn my toes that direction. I'm going to turn my heel on this hip in, and I'm going to go straight into that stretch. So I'm just getting a stretch on this side, hamstring and groin, and this side, hamstring and groin. Just slightly different feeling. So basically I'm going off to the side at a 45 and getting a good, safe groin stretch. Other side, I start here. I bring this foot out to a 45. I make sure this one's perpendicular. So now I get that stretch in this hamstring, groin, and here. You don't want to let yourself come down forwards because you'll lose the stretch. You want to stay up nice and tall and lean into that wherever you're comfortable. Okay? That's number three. We've got two more, and they're both squats. Some people can't do these. You might need a chair or a stool. You do not want anybody trying to go into a full squat and hurting their knees or hips or back. Okay? So the frog squat is just as it sounds. We know what frogs look like. So a frog squat uses your hands, and you can do that with a chair or a stool and come down into a squat like that. If you have the ability, put your hands on the ground in front of you and sit back into that frog squat. Help yourself up with your hands. After you stay there, help yourself up with your hands so you don't hurt your knees. The last one is the most advanced. It's called the monk squat. In the monk squat, the feet are turned out just slightly. They are shoulder width. And I'm going to come down. I can also use hands. I can use a chair. I'm going to come down into a full squat, my elbows against my knees, and just rest my hands together, and that's a monk squat. That's a full squat. My heels need to stay on the ground. If my heels are off the ground, it means my Achilles tendons and my soleus are tight. So I have full hip range of motion and I have full ankle range of motion. This squat can turn into a functional testing squat where you go from monk squat up to toes and lift arms up overhead. That's a very advanced squatting activity. So to come back up, I'm just going to put my hands down and bring my body up and shake it out. So those are some advanced mobility drills. I would recommend, if you have a trainer or a therapist, trying those with somebody to watch your posture. They are difficult, but as you get more advanced with your mobility, you want to have challenge, and these are more challenging ways to get better mobility out of your hips and enjoy better stability and better three-dimensional mobility of your body. Enjoy.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future content. See you in the next video.